In this video, we'll talk about slots in Vue components. So what is a slot and why do we need it? In this example, there's a very simple component called alert box. And inside this template, we have div, strong, and a message. So if I render it, if I'm using this syntax here, we render it on the page, then arrow, this is an error message, will be printed. So for example, right-click, view in browser. No surprise. So everything looks very good. But what if I want to pass some content to this alert box and want to use this component to show me those content? For example, in this case, every time I use alert box, so this is the first time I use it, then copy, paste, 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 then no matter how many times you use it, the same message will be printed. Is it possible that we can pass some content to it and let this component to show our content? For example, I'm going to type, this is a compile error. Can we show this is a compile error after error instead of showing this default, this is an error message? For now, you cannot do it. So let's go back to Chrome. And if I refresh, as you can see, even though we pass some content in between the open and the close tag, we're not seeing this message. Is there a way that we can ask the component to accept the content that we pass to it? And the answer is we can use slot. Now I'm going to modify this. Instead of having this hard-coded there, I'm going to delete it and use slot. Open and close. So you can think of slot as a placeholder for content. In this case, we're passing this is a compile error to it. In a different case, we're passing this is a runtime error. And let me show you another thing is, what if we're not putting anything there? Okay, so we're using alert box 3 times, but the contents are different. Okay, then let's go back to Chrome and I'm going to refresh. You will see 3 things. This is a compile error. This is a runtime error. The last one, since we're not passing any content, there's nothing here. We only have an error. What if we want to have a default message? We can put a default message inside this slot. This is an error message. So if nothing is here, this is an error message will be printed. However, if we do have some content, this is a compile error message will replace this is an error message here. So let's test. Refresh. Since we're not passing anything to the third alert box, the default message will be printed. So that's how we use slot. We can use slot to accept content from the alert box.